Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. I hope you guys had a good couple days as well as the holidays, Thanksgiving. Got to spend some time with my family, so I didn't have any video uploads that was going on, but we have some major things that have transitioned, one of which was there was a huge plunge that took place with Bitcoin, as you guys probably are aware, and that also affected a lot of the other cryptocurrency space. And we're going to be focusing on the most relevant new news, though, because you guys probably have already heard about that. If not, you can always let me know in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to update you. But yeah, we're going to be talking about today news regarding updates with Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at the charts for Orchid, and we're also going to take a look at the charts for XLM, aka Stellar Lumens. But we also have some news regarding that and what we've been noticing going on. So very interesting type stuff. So first off, let's go ahead and dive on in with the Bitcoin. But actually, sorry, just real quick before that, guys, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you can, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps out the channel a ton. We're trying to get to at least 50 likes on this video, at least. And the bell notification is a great way for you to get notified. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get into this. Thank you, guys. And the first thing we're talking about is Chinese authorities have seized a massive $4 billion in crypto from Plus Token scam. I hope you guys realize just how big that is. $4 billion from a scam that's now been reacquired. So these people got caught. That's a lot of money. Kind of hard to hide that much money, right? And the great news is that with cryptocurrency, a lot of people feel that like, oh, you know, you can totally use it for the black market and that's why it's bad. But then you got things like blockchain technology, and guess what? People are doing really bad things and they're getting caught with it. So it's a big deterrent for future people to do illegal activities. So in my opinion, that's something the government should look at and be like, we like the fact that people are less likely to get away with criminal activity. Anyways, so a police crackdown on the Plus Token Ponzi scheme in China has resulted in cryptocurrencies worth billions of dollars to be seized. In a November 19th court ruling reported by the Block Friday, the Jiangsu Yangcheng Intermediate People's Court set out all the cryptocurrencies confiscated by law enforcement from the scam operators to date. The documents listed 194,775 Bitcoin. Wow. Almost 200,000. 833,083 Ethereum, pushing well near close to a million there. 487 million XRP, 79,581 Bitcoin Cash, 1.4 million Litecoin. We got 27.6 million EOS, 74,167 Dash, 6 billion Doge. Oh my God. Who owns 6 billion Doges to begin with? And apparently just their one wallet alone that this hack went through, or sorry, not hack, this scam went through. They had $6 billion worth of Doge and 213,724 USDT. At the time of writing, the digital assets are worth almost $4 billion by CoinDesk calculation. The seized digital currencies will be processed pursuant to laws, and the proceeds and gains will be forfeited to the National Treasury, the court ruled per the report. The Plus Token scam will have taken even more than this massive sum from victims. Previous sell-offs of ill-gotten gains have been linked to drops in the price of Bitcoin as supply suddenly spiked. It's not clear how China would dispose of the cryptocurrencies per the report. If they were sold in mass for fiat currency, it could again affect the prices of the cryptocurrencies in the seized pool. Some suggest that much or all of the coins have already been exchanged, however. And at the reporting time, all of Plus Token's 27 alleged masterminds were arrested this summer, along with another 82 core members. The Ponzi was said to have grown to over 3,000 layers at the time, having fleeced more than 2 million investors using cryptocurrencies as a funding channel. Can you imagine 2 million people getting scammed from primarily 27 people? Another 82 that got kind of involved there. Absolutely insane. Moving on to the next bit of news. Bitcoin whale clusters show these are the strong support levels. So if it's going to go down 3 major levels that are being identified from other technical analysis, keep in mind that my own technical analysis, my opinions, the things that I share, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. So it's up to you guys to always do further research. But I hope my info that I share with you is very valuable and it helps you make some good decisions that help make you move forward and make more money. Whale clusters show that the key support term Support areas for Bitcoin are 16,694, 16,411, and 16,064. And then we take a look down here a little bit further. You see the price of Bitcoin has been showing weakening momentum in the past 24 hours. Following such a major correction, some consolidation is to be expected as the price searches for stability. Differently from Ethereum, Bitcoin looks way overextended from the weekly 21 EMA, still far from interesting support. My ideal entry would be the outlined major support at the 13,000s. Currently, we might hold the $16,213 weekly support, then head lower for an ABC correction. And so a lot of retracement mentalities. We can take a look at this over here just a little bit. That 21 EMA is that yellow line that I already have established though. Relax and zoom out. Market is making a healthy correction, giving everyone a great opportunity to invest. Don't be impatient. The market will make a natural bottom to confirm it's in. It just takes weeks. So yeah, it's normal for us to have these kind of pullbacks, especially in cryptocurrency space. So people were like, oh my God, it's the end. Bitcoin's going to zero. But you know, if you say something like that, then you got to be new to cryptocurrency. Next bit of news. Institutional money may propel Bitcoin to $250,000 in 1 year's time, says macro investor. What do you guys think about that? You think that's possible? Bitcoin may hit $150,000 by November 2021, according to Raoul Pal, founder and CEO of Global Macro Investor and Real Vision, and that would be the most conservative scenario. Paul believes that Bitcoin could even reach $250,000 due to the large amount of institutional money currently flowing into the Bitcoin market. That's a big key thing to take away with this, is that now, as compared to back in 2017, we have lots of major institutional investors that are coming in and dropping money on things. Okay, Stellar Lumen. First stable coins in Brazil and Argentina launched. Wait, what? There's new updates with Stellar Lumens? What's this about? 2 new stablecoins have been introduced by Settle Network on the Stellar blockchain. The partnership between Stellar and Settle Network strives to make cross-border payments easier and faster in Argentina and Brazil. And there's a couple of big key things in relationship with these countries. Argentina and Brazil are Latin America's top markets. These 2 countries are the most involved in cross-border payment and remittances. Brazil has the 9th biggest economy in the world, boasting of a high GDP as of 2018 of $1.869 trillion. Argentina has the 2nd largest economy in Latin America, just behind Brazil, with its GDP standing in 2018 at $518.4 billion. So what do you guys think about this? But wait. Hold your thoughts, because there's actually more news in regards to updates with Stellar Lumens. The price action movement, so the Protocol 15 upgrade was voted into effect at 4 p.m. UTC on November 23rd and introduces 2 new features that aim to reduce the levels of complexity presented to users of Stellar network-based apps and services. Stellar's Protocol 15 upgrade includes 2 new components designed to enhance user experience while retaining a defense against farm attacks and other methods in which bad actors may try to subvert the purpose of the network. A farm attack is where multiple accounts are created by an entity with the aim of harvesting the small amounts of funds sent to those accounts by service providers which are required to activate the account. After the upgrade, developers can create simpler, better user experiences that abstract away the complexity of blockchain and do it without losing any of the advantages of a fast, cheap, and permissionless public ledger. But wait, there's even more. Okay, well, what else is there that's going on? Well, now we're going to go delve into Africa. The Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, has announced an integration with fintech ClickPesa to bring easy cross-border payments to consumers in Africa. The fintech operates as an anchor in the Stellar Lumens blockchain using the SEP24 standard transaction flow. So this ClickPesa is directly associated with Stellar Lumens. It's a company created by 2 Stellar Lumens developers, Rick Gruthuizen, I think that's how you say his name, and maybe, probably not, and Richard Lemon. The fintech is a platform that offers business-to-business B2B payment services, payment management, payment collection automation, currency exchange, among others. It is estimated that about 30 million of Tanzania's 56 million people have access to a smartphone. Over half of their population has a smartphone. In comparison, only 5 million have a bank account. Out of 56 million, only 5 million have a bank account. But most of their people have phones. Isn't that crazy to think of? Therefore, ClickPeso wants to empower consumers in East Africa by allowing them to use the internet to access financial services. Click is the process of obtaining cooperation with a bank that has operations in 36 countries, the SDF reported. Therefore, its services could be expanded in the near future. And if it expands out, more demand, more use cases, more profit potential for something like XLM. Okay, we're going to talk about XLM more here in a minute. First thing I want to talk about, though, is just keep in mind the circulating supply for XLM, it's not even quite at the halfway mark yet for the total supply. So there's a lot more of these tokens that could technically still go out in the market. And so price rises up, yes, but the actual progressive movement of price action movement could be slowing down over time. We'll be talking about that. First, let's go ahead and take a look over what's going on with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has had a retracement. As of the previous day candle, you can see a very large, substantial drop. I mean, this was just ouch. We're talking about a 15% range of drop that took place here. That was from the $19,000 range and all the way down to $16,200 range. Just an absolute big drop. We haven't seen this big of a drop since back in March. And that was followed by a previous, followed by today, which is currently, as of the time of me making this video, 3:18 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, on a red drop day. It did have a further push down below the 21 EMA, so not only went down to meet it, but came back, and with where we're currently at right now, with about 40 more minutes until the daily close, it is resting right on that 21 EMA. So if it drops below this 21 EMA, it's showing more indicating signs, or indicative signs that we are pushing towards a bear market and a pullback, a further continuation. Could see it realistically pushing down to this level of support down around the $12,000 range. But the likelihood of that with the major institutions that are coming into play, I think, is very small. We're still on the higher end. Keep in mind that it wasn't too long ago that we were at $10,000. We're at $17,000 still at this exact moment. So we're much closer to the 20K with where we are than where we were, say, a month ago. So that's still something that's a very good, strong standard to keep in mind. If a retracement could take place, further break up, we need to go above the $19,500 level, and then that's going to realistically push us really close into the territory where we can contest against the 20K. And if it breaks above that, the question is it going to have another huge pullback, or is it going to be able to continue to ride it out further? And are we going to get other crazy, unexpected news in these kind of circumstances? So a lot of things to really keep an eye out on this for sure. Looking at it on the monthly side, you can see that for the month, it's still a massive green candle. You might have a retracement back here that looks pretty close to like a 50% retracement on the main body of the candle itself, but the entire candle from the base of the wick all the way up, we're doing good. So this month is still very good, positive month, and it was followed by a good green candle month as of previously too. So we're going to keep an eye on this, and I'll keep you guys updated. Moving on to the next one, going over with Orchid. Now looking at Orchid, our little baby, we got a further retracement taking place, and you can see that 21 EMA. It had that bounce off of from the previous day, as well as today had a bounce off of, and it is trying to push itself back up. You can see a lot of empty space below that body with that bottom part of the wick, and now we're pushing into the green, back into the red. So it is trying to fight to get some momentum out of this rut and keep going. We had a little bit of a rally taking place. This hit with Bitcoin, some of the stuff that was talked about with Coinbase and Coinbase's app going down again, which really upset me too. Let me know if it messed with you guys in the comments down below. But yeah, so we're trying to stay above the 21 EMA. We are currently still in the nice little Fibonacci retracement zone, as you guys can see right here. So we're holding that position up pretty well to consolidated space as of the previous zone that took place over here. So I can actually just even drag that over at this point to show you guys what's been going on. Let me make sure I get this saved. And we want to make sure we stay above that 21 EMA. Realistically, we want to get out of this box. It's been a big problem all the way back since we had this first major drop with the rally. Nice to see that we had a temporary moment that took place breaking up above over the 0.5 on the Fibonacci retracement. 3 different wicks, actually, 3 days in a row of the wicks that broke above that level. So if we can break out of this box zone, breaking above that level and actually establishing ourselves on the 0.5 is going to be a really key position to form a new level of support before it has a further continuation rally. And as it is right now, we don't want to go down. If we go down, we're seeing a range of around 0.2572 and a further retracement back to that level of resistance we had previously would actually be testing it at 0.2326. Up to the 0.5 level where we need to break above just to get to that level is 0.3387 to break above the actual position that we had here, and which I can actually go ahead and delete that little guy right there now. This was tapping out at 0.3775. We can get above that level, then we're going to be pushing back towards going into the 40-cent range, and we're going to have a lot more momentum to take into position. We'll consider those places as soon as we actually get to them. So we're not going to speculate too far in advance, otherwise things get more and more vague. So I'm trying to keep it more relevant to what's now. Again, guys, if you are new and you are enjoying yourselves, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like button. Really trying to get to that 50 likes. And also the bell notification so you know when we got a new video. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Now we look at XLM. Okay, XLM is actually having a very good day. It's doing very nice. And it's actually up over 17%. According to the tradingview.com technical analysis on this bad boy. You can see the drop that we had as of yesterday with the association with what took place with Bitcoin as well. So the markets all took a huge plunge. This took a huge plunge as well. But with that positive sentiment that came with the news, as I shared with you just a little bit ago, and you can see that this has been on a run already, that just has added extra fuel as Bitcoin is showing further signs of a recovery. And now we've actually, we're very near, as of the time of me recording this, getting past the previous top of the wick from the previous day. So we still got another 35 minutes, but it is pushing pretty darn strong and holding itself a pretty good position. It's staying above that 21 EMA. Seems like it's wanting to establish that quite well. And when you look at the potential for still of room to grow, the all-time high for this was almost 94 cents, 0.9381. And that took place back during the last major bull run movement with Bitcoin when Bitcoin pushed up to 20K. So that was right around the January of 2018 period. So massive, absolutely massive rally. And as I also mentioned earlier, keep in mind also the circulating supply, again, is not even half of the total supply. So as more of these tokens come into circulation, there is potential of ramifications of slowdown for the room for growth. And so this massive explosion took place back here. You're going to have less circulating supply a couple years ago than as it is right now. So it has that potential, but you're going to need to have more money come into the market and specifically to back this token itself in order to get it to those previous kinds of levels. And whether or not it's going to break above those levels, it's going to be hard to say. A lot of things might have been just a one and done situation back then, but I think this has some good potential personally. It's just my own opinion on that. And I think the room for growth for this still has plenty in that gap space. So we're seeing, again, quite a bit of a percentage gain on the daily, almost 20% right now, 18.41, and it's still pushing up. So we might have a little bit of some red going on here. Hopefully it's not going to show further signs of like a pump and dump situation. But the previous day, that was largely signified because of being overbought and then also because of what happened with Bitcoin. And just to show you guys real quick, Bitcoin is on the positive side as of the time of me recording this video. It's broken above $17,000 again, and we're seeing a lot of green movement that's taking place. And I think people are starting to say, all right, you know what, like maybe we got another chance at this 20K. I was a little bit worried. I'm sure a lot of people have been worried. It's like, well, what if it hits 20K, and what if it goes all the way back down to $3,400, right? Which so many things are different, of course, than the last time that this happened, but people are still concerned. They're worried. It's like, why should I spend my money now when it's likely to just drop, and then I could buy a whole bunch more Bitcoin? But people are buying as it goes down, so there's more demand also, so it's less likely for it to go further down, and that's the whole point. So further drop with XLM, if it goes down to the 21 EMA, we could see it push down to a little bit over 12 cents, 0.1220, right around in that range, and breaking above this previous high that we saw here at 0.2336. That's going to allow it to have some more room to grow, and this is a major zone that we should definitely keep an eye on. Looking at this on the monthly itself, the candle is absolutely insane. You can also look at the volume that's underneath it. Absolutely insane. So volume may begin to decline. If the rally continues on with Bitcoin, then it's off to the races. It's off to the moon. This thing could just have a further continuation breakout and start to ignore some of the standard fundamentals that you see when you're looking for that transitional movement, and especially when you're waiting for a major bull run or a major bear market, right? So we're going to keep our eyes on this. If some other major movement takes place, I'll be sure to do the best that I can to keep you guys updated. Obviously, there's tons of cryptocurrencies. I'm looking for what's most relevant as of the time of this video. So guys, that's going to go and do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button if you haven't yet already done so. We're trying to get 50 likes at least. And if you could turn the bell notification on, so that way then you know when a new video actually goes up. Otherwise, YouTube doesn't like to actually push things, and it makes it very hard to try and grow as a content creator here. And let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much. Again, I hope you had a great holiday. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter